Edwards? I was like, yeah. She was like, we get married. I was wow.
Okay, let me sit down, guys. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Don't get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Okay. So, y'all saw the intro video. Y'all know what I'm finna talk about. And all I have to say before we get into this story is I don't have anything to say. So, let's get into it. Oh wait, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry guys. What's up, beautiful people? It's Janiyah Aaliyah here, and I am back with another story time. So if it's your first time here, stick around, hang out, keep watching, because you're gonna love it here. You're gonna love it here regardless. Okay, so now let's get into it. All right, y'all, so we have a little change of scenery or whatever. I'm back in my dorm room. The break's over. Yeah, but anyways, so this story starts off with my junior prom. So basically, like, for prom, I didn't get a date. I didn't try to get a date because it was junior prom and it was more of like just me going to, you know, hang out with my friends. So I just wanted to go because I was like, man, we gonna do whatever. I'm gonna get me a little dress off of Fashion Nova because it's just junior year. Like, I'm gonna have my senior year and I'm gonna have a prom and I'm gonna get a date senior year.
Got it.
Joke's on me because Corona said no, you can't get a date, and no, you're not gonna have a prom senior year, so that never happened. But it gets better. But anyways, so prom was coming up and I had a few friends who were also going to prom, and like, of course, none of us had dates. They were seniors, I was a junior, but none of us had dates, and like, we didn't have any special plans for after prom, but we all kind of were like agreeing upon the fact that none of us wanted to go to prom and then go home like afterwards. And so basically we all kind of put money together. Oh, let me tell you this, how it's getting on my nerves. We all kind of put some money together and I gave it to my sister so she can book us a hotel room like in Atlanta, which is where our prom was. And so yeah, so my sister books the hotel room, and like, we saw pictures of it and everything, but like, I don't know my way around the city, so I didn't really care. As long as it looked nice and it was like fairly close to our venue, I was cool. And it was about 5 minutes away. Probably, I think it was actually on the same street as like where my prom was. So yeah. And so basically the day comes and it's prom day. Okay, today is prom. Like, I'm in my dress. I inserted a picture of my dress, y'all. It was from Fashion Nova, so it was nice. But I get dressed at home so my dad can take pictures, and then my sister comes to get me, and we drive to go check into the hotel. So we checking into the hotel, and keep in mind, y'all, I got dressed pretty early. I was just, you know, we had to get checked in and stuff, so I was dressed for a good minute. And so we get to the hotel, and I'm sitting in the lobby. I'm in my prom dress. My sister, she just in her clothes. And so we're going to the booth to like check in, and I'm looking around and I'm just seeing all these little signs and banners and just like decor that says, you know, All-American basketball game, something, something, something. So mind y'all, I know exactly what the All-American game is. Who doesn't? So for those of y'all who don't know, sorry, for those of y'all who don't know, the All-American basketball game is like basically where, like, I don't know the exact number, but like the top high school basketball players from around the country, so around the United States, come together once this time, at this time, and they split them up into teams. I think it's like East versus West or something, and they play against each other. And so it's like a whole like weekend type event. Like, you know, they have like a little festival or whatever, and then they have the actual game, and then they have like dunk contest too, like before the game. But yeah, so I knew what it was, and I had actually already bought tickets to go because that year was in Atlanta, and I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna go, like, period. So I had already bought tickets, and so I'm looking around the hotel like, what is this? And so something told me, because I'm just like, oh wow, like, oh, they're really, you know, advertising, like I'm not knowing what it is. So something told me like, girl, just ask this hotel lady at this desk why they got these decorations. So I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, why do y'all have all these all-American like banners and stuff up? Because there was one like literally outside when you pull up, then it was a huge one like right in the lobby when you walk in, and it was like little, I don't know what they call it, but they like stand up. They're stands and they stand up or whatever. Anyways, but yeah, so she's all like, oh, well, we're actually sponsoring the game, and the players and coaches and the media, they're all staying here. And so I'm like, oh wow, that is so interesting. And so mind you, my sister had no clue, I had no clue. But I'm just like, I'm just excited, because in my mind I'm like, oh my god, girl, you playing this for me? For me? But yes, so I am so excited. Like, I'm honestly happy, because like I can potentially meet some of these players. And like for me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, because keep in mind, like I told you, I keep up with basketball, and throughout high school, like all 4 years of high school, I was the basketball manager at my school. So like I will always see, you know, little viral videos, overtime, halftime hoops, all of them. And so most of the people who were playing the game were like around my age group, and so I had kind of seen them play either like multiple times, like at their schools, or my school has played against them. And so I was kind of excited, like, oh my goodness, like it's one thing like to watch someone on TV or like just watch them in a game, and then it's another thing to actually meet them. And so I'm like, wow. And then a lot of those players potentially go to the NBA, so I'm like, okay, like I can potentially meet some NBA players. Like that is so cool. So like of course like prom comes. I think one of my friends like came and brought her stuff to the hotel room, and then, oh wait, actually yeah, she came and brought her stuff to the hotel room, then went to go get dressed like somewhere else, and then we all like met back up at the venue for prom. So prom was whatever. My shoes, my feet was hurting so bad, and it was just like prom. Like it was just like prom. It wasn't nothing too special. I'm happy I went, of course, because that was my first and last prom. But yeah, and so we went, and so there was like an after party or whatever after prom that we was gonna go to. And so me and like basically all my friends who were gonna stay in a hotel with me, like we all got in a car. I think my sister came to get us, and we rode back to the hotel. And so we was riding back to the hotel, and so it was like 4 of us, I think. And so 3 of us, no matter if I think it was like 5, I think it was about 5 of us. And so 3 of us were like waiting for an elevator, and the other 2, they was like somewhere else. And so me and my 2 friends, like we're waiting for the elevator, and the lobby is literally packed. And so that's when I kind of had to fill them in. I'm like, yeah, you know, they like hosting this game this weekend, and so that's why there's so many people here. So like it wasn't just like, don't think it was packed with like, you know, like so many basketball players and blah blah. It was like just a lot of people from the media, of course, people who like coming in that night, like other guests and everything. So the hotel is packed. We all in the lobby waiting on these 2 elevators. And so we all sitting there, you know, looking all cute in our prom dress, you know, folks giving us compliments, you know, red carpet. And so, you know, we just like, thank you, thank you. And so finally we see this elevator open, and we start, I think we start like kind of trying to speed towards the elevator, because like we ready to go. Like we now here for I don't know how long waiting on the elevator. So we speed into the elevator to the point where we not even seeing like other people walking in. We just trying to make sure we get in. So we finally get in, the door is closed, and I look around, and it was just like, I think it was 2 girls who were on like the All-American team, and then it was probably like 5 or 6 guys. It was a pretty big elevator who were on the All-American team. And so we get in the elevator, and so, you know, one of the girls was like, they were at first talking, and then she like told me, yeah, like, yeah, your prom dress is cute. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, well, she had told me my dress was cute, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's for prom, whatever. And so, you know, I was talking to her. She was actually like pretty nice or whatever. Then one of the guys, you know, compliments my dress or whatever. So I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you. And so at this point, you know, I'm kind of just holding conversation with them, just talking whatever, because mind y'all, like they're our age, like they were my age. And so, you know, I'm holding conversation with them. And so, like I told y'all, I was familiar with a few of them. Like, for example, like I think maybe like Vernon Carey and Cole Anthony, I had seen them play before, and Cole Anthony was actually the one who told me like he liked my dress. So I'm like, oh, okay. And so he plays for, I don't know what team in the NBA he played for now, but he just got drafted. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, so that's gonna be ingrained in my mind. Cole Anthony told me he liked my prom dress. Anyways, so fast forward, like at this point we're out of the elevator, we're in the room, we getting dressed, getting ready to go to the party, and my friend, I'm gonna call her Nyla, my friend Nyla is like telling me like how she was so scared in the elevator, how she was just sitting there frozen. Y'all, it was hilarious. Y'all thought I was funny, child. It was like literally I'm sitting here, she's like, and I'm like, girl, and crazy thing is like she's really not like that, but this girl was literally, child. But so we end up like, we went to the party, came back, party was whatever, and the next day comes and like we're getting ready to check out. So just checking out, it's just me and my friend Nyla, and so we're getting ready to leave, and I'm just telling Nyla, I'm like, yeah girl, like it was fun, I'm happy we met some people, because like later that night we ended up also meeting James Wiseman and Isaiah Stewart in the elevator, and we like took a picture with him, but I don't feel like inserting those, but I'm gonna insert the ones y'all need, okay? But so I'm just like, I'm like, yeah girl, like, you know, this was fun, like it's just been crazy, a crazy weekend, but like I'm just so sad that I did not get to see Anthony Edwards. Like I'm just honestly like, dang, like dang. So we get in our bags or whatever, and so we rolling our bags down, well not downstairs, but like we going to the elevator so we can go downstairs and head to the parking garage. And so we get down the elevator, and I decide, like as we're heading towards, it was another elevator to take us down to the parking garage, and so I decided, you know, as we heading towards there, I'm gonna just, you know, give me some keychains, give me some brochures, give me some little papers with all the names on it. Like I'm collecting my souvenirs, okay? I'm getting my souvenirs. Next thing you know, boom, she spotted, I think she just spotted, like I don't even know what player it was, but it was like just one player like walking by himself, like back towards the elevator, like in the opposite direction. And so she was like, oh my god, Junior, they're coming. And I'm like, who? What? She was like, look. And I was like, oh, the teams are coming. Oh wow, like maybe he's gonna be there. And I'm like, it is what it is. I'm gonna ask for a picture, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, like maybe I'm actually gonna see him. And so that's when, you know, the team, they come in or whatever, and y'all, like this is when it hit me, girl, you gotta start dressing. Oh, because my friend, she had her hair wrapped up, because she had a silk press, she had her hair all wrapped up, and so when she seen like, okay, the first person go, this girl snatched off her bonnet, snatched off the wrap scarf, and literally said cool 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 cool. And the silk press was amazing, astounding, and I'm just like, oh,
Never had no fun. What's happening,
cause I had my wig on, but the wig was only supposed to be good for the day. So at that point, I had kind of just put my wig into a little, I don't know, a little ponytail, something, and I had like a hoodie on and some jeans. Wasn't really trying to do too much, but yeah. So I was just, because I'm a casual person, so I was just, you know, casual. And so that's when like the team comes out, and so like once they come out, mind you, our hotel was packed, so once they come out, it's like little kids and stuff, like little boys, like basically, you know, getting them together to take pictures with them. And I wasn't really interested in a picture with the team, so I just kind of like got a little video of them taking pictures with somebody else, because I mean I just wanted the memory, and it's in my Snapchat memories. But yeah. And so that's when I'm like, okay, he wasn't with the group, like okay. And so at that point my sister's like, okay y'all, come on, show's over, it's time to call it, time of death. I don't know what time it is, but it was time. And so we rolling our bags toward the escalator, and I'm just telling Nyla, I'm like, girl, he wasn't there. So then, oh my eyebrows. So then, right when we're like 10 steps away from the parking garage elevator, I see him coming up the escalator. Like, y'all, the timing could not have been better. Okay? And so he comes up the escalator, and I knew that was my time. Janiyah, now is not the time to be shy, because sometimes I'll be a little shy, I don't want to talk to people. But I'm like, now is not that time, sweetie. put your big girl pants on. So I'm like, hey, are you Anthony Edwards? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, can I get a picture with you? Sorry. He was like, yeah, all right. And so then that's when me and my friend, like, we getting ready to take a picture with him, of course. And so I take her picture first, but we had used my sister's phone because I had a 5C at the time. I mean, not even a 5C, I think it was just a 5. I had an iPhone 5 at the time, so I was about 10 generations behind, okay guys. And I'm not finna whip this thing out in front of Anthony Edwards. No ma'am, no ma'am. So give me your phone. And so I got her phone, and I took my friend Nyla's picture first. Then after that, my sister took my picture with him, and then I got the phone because I also wanted a selfie. So we took the selfie, and so after the selfie, you know, I got a hug or whatever, and I didn't know what to say. So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, we getting married, right? And he like, all right, bet. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for the picture. But yeah, so I told him, I'm like, yeah, you know, we getting married, right? And he like, oh, all right, bet. And then he walked away. I walked away. And so basically, like, at that point, I'm not physically shaking, but on the inside, everything in me is just like in the blender. Like, I'm shaking, like, ooh, like, ooh, child, I'm just one of those people, when you're nervous, you just better off just being quiet, okay? And so now, whole way down to the parking garage, me, my sister, and Nyla are talking about, Janai, you just told this man y'all was getting married. And I'm like, yeah, I said that. Yeah, that's what I said. I said that. I didn't feel no regret. But anyway, so we ended up having to get the valet to bring the car around. And so, because I think we got in there, my sister realized she didn't even have the keys. So we go back through the hotel, we get out there, wait on the valet, and the car finally comes. And so, of course, you already know, I done texted my coach from my high school. I done texted my friends, everybody, letting know, y'all, I just met Anthony Edwards. I'm letting them know, because everybody already knew I was, you know, like, I was a big fan, okay? I was a fan. And so that's when, you know, my friend sends me a video, because apparently he went on live. And so he got a clip.
Anthony Edwards? I was like, yeah. She was like, we getting married. I was so wild. So it was wild.
But yeah, so apparently she sends me the video. She's like, girl, he went live. And I'm like, oh God, oh my God, this man finna tell everybody I was ugly. Luckily, he didn't say that. So, you know, in my mind, I'm just like, okay, well, he didn't say you was ugly. He just said you may have been a little cuckoo. So what? But anyways, so yeah, I saw the live video and I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, in my mind, I was just thinking, I was like, wow, that is just so crazy when you think about it, how people's paths can cross and like just affect one another's lives like that. Because even though what I said, y'all, it was a little out of pocket, I admit. Would I say it again? Probably. And let me tell you why. Because now, guess what? If I were just that fan to come up and say, hey, can I take a picture? You know how many fans, like now that he's in the NBA and everything, you know how many fans you're going to get? Hey, let me take a picture. He's not going to remember any of you. But guess what he's going to remember? His very first groupie. But yes, guys, yes. So, I guess I left my mark or whatever. But, yeah, so that was the story. Moral of this story, I guess the moral would be, there is no moral. But if I had to say what the moral would be, if there was a moral, hypothetically speaking, I guess I would just say, if you're starstruck and you don't know what to say, just shut up. Just be quiet. You know, potentially, if you don't want your if you don't want a celebrity to go on Instagram live and, you know, debrief the incidents, just be quiet, you know. But all in all, personally, that reaction was 100% expected coming from me just because of who I am and how I am. I personally was not surprised, but at the end of the day, what happened happened, and I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. If y'all like my story times, definitely let me know, because y'all, my life, I have more. That's all I can say. And if you would like to see it, just say the word. And if you don't say the word, I'm gonna give it to you anyways. Okay? But you know, hopefully you say yes, because always get consent, guys. Always get consent. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I'm gonna bring more to you. So if you want to see more, click the subscribe button down below. But anyways, I will see y'all on my next video. Thank y'all for watching.